Have you ever stood on the edge of a decision that terrified you? I'm talking about that specific kind of fear, where your heart hammers against your ribs, your palms sweat, and your mind screams at you to turn back. You know you have to jump. You know you can't stay where you are. But the drop looks so deep, the unknown looks so dark, and a quiet, insidious voice in the back of your head whispers, "You are not ready. You are going to fall. You are going to look foolish." I ask this because I spent an entire afternoon facing that exact moment. High up in the branches of an ancient oak tree, there is a nest. It is a messy, chaotic ball of twigs and dry grass, swaying violently in the wind. To us, it looks fragile, but to the young bird standing inside it, this nest is the entire universe. It is the only world he has ever known. It is warm, it is safe, it is home. But today, home has turned against him. His siblings have already left. They found their courage yesterday. Now the nest is empty, except for him. He is the last one, the straggler, the doubter. I watched him through my lens for hours. He would hop to the edge of the nest, grip the rim with his tiny claws, and look down. From his perspective, the ground isn't just far away, it's an abyss. It's a 100-foot drop into a world of predators, hard surfaces, and shadows. He looks down, and then he immediately hops back into the center of the nest. He huddles down. He closes his eyes. He tries to make himself small. He is suffering from what we humans call imposter syndrome. He looks at his own wings, and he doesn't see tools of flight. He sees useless, fluffy appendages. He thinks, "I'm just a ball of fluff. I'm not an eagle. I'm not a master of the air. If I step off this ledge, gravity will win. Gravity always wins." He is waiting to feel ready. He is waiting for the fear to go away. He is waiting for a sign, a guarantee that he won't crash. But nature doesn't give guarantees, and nature doesn't wait for you to be ready. The turning point came when his mother returned. She didn't come to comfort him. She came with a lesson. She landed on a branch just a few feet away from the nest. She had food in her beak, a bright, juicy caterpillar. The chick chirped wildly. He fluttered his wings, begging her to come closer, begging her to drop the food into his mouth just like she had done 1,000 times before. But she didn't move. She stood there, just out of reach. She looked at him with a gaze that seemed cold, almost cruel. This is the hardest part of love, isn't it? The tough love. She knew that if she fed him in the nest one more time, she would be crippling him. She would be confirming his belief that he was helpless. So she waited. She showed him the reward, but she demanded the risk. Hunger is a powerful motivator, but fear is an anchor.
Oh God!
The little bird paced back and forth. You could see the internal war in his body language. He would lean out, reaching for the food, and then pull back as the wind rocked the branch. He was trapped in the comfort zone. We talk about the comfort zone like it's a nice place to be, but look at this bird. He is miserable. He is hungry. He is lonely. He is anxious. The comfort zone isn't comfortable. It's just familiar. It's a prison with invisible bars made of your own fear. An hour passed. The sun began to dip lower. The mother bird flew away, taking the food with her. He was truly alone now. And then a gust of wind hit the tree. The nest tipped dangerously. Maybe he realized that staying in the nest wasn't safe anymore. Maybe he realized that the pain of staying the same had finally become greater than the fear of changing. He stepped to the rim of the nest again. This was it, the threshold. He gripped the bark so tightly his knuckles would have been white. He didn't look graceful. He didn't look like a hero. He looked terrified. He opened his wings. They shook uncontrollably in the wind. He didn't jump with a majestic leap. He just fell. He leaned too far forward and gravity snatched him. I gasped. It was a chaotic, ugly tumble. He didn't fly immediately. He plummeted like a stone, flipping over, spinning out of control. For 2 terrifying seconds, he was falling to his death. This is the part nobody tells you about taking a leap of faith. We think it's going to be a smooth transition. We think we quit our job and immediately become successful. We think we leave the relationship and immediately feel happy. No. The first part of the leap is the fall. The first part is the panic. The first part is the wind rushing in your ears, screaming that you made a mistake. But then, instinct took over. Millions of years of evolution coded into his DNA suddenly woke up. He didn't have to think about how to fly. He just had to be in a situation where flying was the only option. Mid-fall, he threw his wings out wide. Whoosh! The air caught them. The feathers, which looked so flimsy in the nest, suddenly locked together to form a solid surface. The air resistance pushed back against gravity. He stopped falling. He swung forward. The terrifying drop turned into a swoop. He was clumsy, yes. He wobbled, he dipped, but he was not falling. He was flying. He flapped his wings, hard, frantic beats. He gained altitude. He steered away from the tree trunk. He navigated through a gap in the leaves. I tried to follow him with my camera, but he was moving too fast. He crashed, literally crashed, into a lower bush. It wasn't a graceful landing. He tumbled into the leaves and hung upside down for a moment. But when he hopped up onto a twig, he looked different. I zoomed in on his face. The terror was gone. The hesitation was gone. He puffed out his chest. He looked around the forest from this new vantage point. He chirped, a loud, confident sound that echoed through the trees. He realized something that he could never have understood while sitting in the nest. The air was not empty space. The air was a solid thing that could hold him. But he could only discover that by trusting it with his life. Watching him preen his ruffled feathers, I realized that his mother wasn't cruel. She was the only one who believed in him. She knew he could fly. She just knew that he wouldn't believe it until he proved it to himself. This little bird taught me a lesson about my own fear. We spend so much time waiting to be ready. We read books, we take courses, we plan, we overthink. We stand on the edge of the nest, looking down, calculating the wind speed, analyzing the drop. But you cannot learn to fly by studying flight. You can only learn to fly by falling. You have to accept that the first few seconds will be terrifying. You have to accept that you might tumble. You might look foolish. You might crash into a bush. But you will not die. You are built for this. There is potential inside you that is currently dormant, sleeping in your DNA, just waiting for you to step off the ledge. It will not wake up while you are safe. It will only wake up when you need it. So, if you are standing on a ledge today, if you are holding on to a nest that has become too small, too empty, and too lonely, let go. Don't wait for the fear to leave. Do it afraid. Your wings are bigger than you think. And the sky is where you belong.